Hi guys, hope you're okay. I'm just taking a quick look at the history of the Daleks, set number 9, Planet of the Daleks, set number 2. As you may or may not know, they released a set of from the same story last year. So packaging pretty much the same. However, there's no longer like a plastic window here. There's no backdrop. Instead, you've got like this vacuum packed packaging, which I think is better. It holds the Daleks into place, so shouldn't cause them to move around or their eye stalks to get bent, or the arms, because the arms are kind of made of like this thin plastic, which is quite a bit brittle, I think. Anyway, that's the set, and so I shall just show you the rest. Won't be a sec. And on the back then you have all the blurb about the story, about the props, about the Supreme Dalek. It was from Neptune Nation, but I'm not, stock, his own property rather, or whatever. Sorry if I'm a bit jabbering. I've got the old COVID, so I ain't not in the best, feeling the best, but I will do this review. Anyway, I'm just going to show you now what they look like out of the packaging. So don't go, stay by. Right, and here we have them. The Supreme Dalek and the Lightwave Sickness Dalek, or Invisible Dalek, whichever you prefer. I'm going to start with the Lightwave Sickness or Invisible. Now, as you may see within the neck rings, there's a slight yellow tint. I'll move it around the back, you can see that a bit better. That is because at the end of episode 1, when the Daleks give the Doctor like a spray can to show them what they're up against, it kind of comes out yellow. It's just with the colour separation overlay, so that's what they've done with this. So that's a nice Dalek to have. It's just completely clear, standard movements, gun, etc, etc. Nothing much more to say about that one, though it has been released before, slightly different, but I'll come to that in a bit. And on the left, of course, we have the infamous Supreme Dalek, because its eye stalk actually was a torch. So as you know, when Daleks talk, their lights on their domes flash in sync with the voices. However, this one, the eye stalk used to flash as well. It was a torch, and I like the eye stalk, but if it wasn't a torch, it would be better. It does look a bit daft, but otherwise the Dalek itself is really nice. It's totally different. It looks menacing, and it looks like it's a boss, which it is. And as one Thar said, it's part of the Supreme Council of Daleks. And they've never done like a Supreme Council of Daleks. We've only ever had one Supreme, really, and maybe we have a Commander Dalek, but we never had like a Supreme Council within the TV series itself. It would be nice to see that. Anyway, I just show you that, and I am going to compare this with the original release. So that's up. What you're seeing behind it is the novel Planet of the Daleks, and this was the DVD box set called Dalek War, which came with Frontier in Space and Planet of the Daleks. At the end of Frontier in Space, the Daleks do appear. I hope I'm not spoiling it. Anyway, that's them. Nice addition. I know one thing, the gun on the Supreme is wrong. It's just a standard Dalek gun. Although I know in China, the factory, or was it Hong Kong, I'm not sure where it is now, that they do have a guide that tells them what bits go with what Dalek. So there's a possibility that character just have not made an extra different gun for this one. I suppose it would cost more money just to make the one gun, but it's just, I thought they would have done it, but never mind, I'm not that fussed. So there we have the Planet of the Daleks set number 9. Now I'm going to bring in the others to compare. Right, just move him out of the way, and here's one I made earlier. This came out way back in time in 2008. Now I'll move them up. No, darker gold, more like a bronze than the new one. Now, having just before I did this review looked at a clip from the episode, it's when the Supreme turns up. So it looks to me that it all depends on the lighting though, that the hemispheres are the lighter gold as they are on the new one, but the slats and neck ring look more darker as on the original release. I suppose it's just how you view it. The dome, again, lighting, but it's like outside the studio. It's all studio bound, but when it's on like this planet of the Spirad instead of in the control room, it looks a bit different. But there you have it. And of course, this one has the more accurate lights. The purple lights, these are more like red. And that's it. But I will say one thing. The gun, not the gun, sorry, apologies. I mean, the arm is much stronger. This is a bit flimsy, this plastic. It's a bit more, feels a bit more fragile. But that's these two. So I should take these out and bring in the Lightwave one. So bring him in and the original release. So this one was part of a 2-pack Toys R Us exclusive in 2013. So this is a bit further on in episode 2, just at the start of it, when the Doctor finishes spraying. So as you can see, it's nearly on one side completely invisible, near enough, and as it goes around it gets more and more of the paint, and this one of course is totally invisible. So that's them. Both nice, but this one is on the left, hard to come by now. It's quite rare, so it's nice they've done this one, because those that missed out on that at least get some sort of invisible Lightwave sick Dalek. I know fans would love the Stengrel's head Dalek from Revelation of the Daleks, but I think character would say that would cost too much money to put a head inside that. But who knows what they'll do? Who knows? Between you and me, I'd rather a TARDIS console or a proper Anthony Aney master figure before they did that. Anyway, that's these, and I'm going to take these two out because I want to just bring in last year's releases. I do love the colours, like a gunmetal on it. And these are also known as the pedal bin Daleks. I have done a review elsewhere on my channel of these, so I'm not going to go too much into them. And then you have like a picture of a mutant inside. And if you can see that white bit, it's like a monitor screen, and on that monitor it's an image of the third Doctor. So that's these, and they were last year. And then there's two more, actually one more rather, and this was released in 2012. Now I'm just going to check something. The FX Dalek, almost similar to Genesis, but not quite. If you do watch the story, you'll see some Daleks are like that. In fact, what the hell? I'll bring you in the two I have, just so you can see them together. And how can you tell them apart? Well, they talk. Well, the batteries are dead, I've got to replace them. But on the hemisphere here, I press it and it would speak. In fact, it is. Yeah, it's deaded. But there you go. And that's that. And I will just take this out because I want to show you something else. I'm bringing back the first Lightwave Sickness Dalek, or invisible one, and I'm going to bring in the third Doctor figure that came with it. So it doesn't come with the gloves, but just his mauve jacket and shirt and cravat. Although in the episode it's much more buttoned up the front, if I remember. And I've just given it a Sonic. I don't think it came with one. Now that Sonic is accurate for the story because by that time it wasn't the stripy one. I think the last time we've seen the stripy one was Carnival of Monsters. By that time it's more the same one as the fourth Doctor had. And these are just, as I said, the book and the DVDs. Although I do have the Blu-ray box set, which I've also covered. And that's that. And I'm just going to try a wee bit experiment, if you bear with me. If you hold your Dalek guns and get what I want to work. I'm just going to show you what taking him out what the light looks like underneath the Dalek. So it's just an old phone I have. It's just handy. I thought I'd show you that. So there you go. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? In fact, why don't I just there turn out the lights? And then I'll take this out and let's bring in the new one, which is here. I've not done this yet. There we go. The yellow's more noticeable there. Don't know if it shows up on camera. Actually, do you know what? It reminds me of that shape of I know it's not the same, but sort of like Remembrance when it was materialising. But you could see all the innards. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Well, I hope you've liked this little wee review, and do take care of yourselves, and I shall catch you all soon. So please do like the video. It does help the channel out, and it's totally free to like, and even better would be if you could subscribe. Thank you ever so much. Take care. God bless. Bye for now.